So I wanted to talk about what to do when you first bring your gliders home and you're bonding with them and they're scared of everything and every sound and every movement, and you're not doing anything wrong. They will be crabby. Of course, I go to take this video and they're not crabbing anymore. But I'm going to tell you kind of why. So a lot of times this bag, their pouch that they're in the cage, because it smells like them, they mark it up with their territory. This one came from the person who I got my gliders from. And they were in this, I think maybe with their mom and dad too. So it just smells like them, like mommy and daddy. So they're very protective of this pouch, or of any pouch in general. Like when I put them in their other pouch there, they get very crabby sometimes if they're napping and I disturb them. And I think a lot of people let that noise discourage them from interacting with their gliders. You don't have to be scared. But you have to think, if you were a teeny little guy and you were in the bottom of this bag and you saw a hand peeking over the edge at you, or a big ugly face peeking in the bag at you, you wouldn't be very happy either. But, oh, Luna, you trying to give me bites. Why you do that? Why you do that? So, I would recommend, if you want to bond with them and they're being crabby in the pouch, you get the pouch out of the cage. Don't try to take them out of there. Don't try to stick your hand down in the bag, because you might get bit. Doesn't happen all the time, but when they're crabbing like that, generally that's when they'll strike and do a little bite. So get the bag out of the cage, go sit down on the couch, or lay down on your bed, and just lay the bag on your belly, and just talk to them, and let them come sniff you and check you out. You don't need to give me nibbles. And if they're being crabby or scared, you can just very gently put your hand over them and just give them some pets. And that makes them happy. Very happy. Hello, Luna. So this is Stella is on the right. She's the standard female. And then Luna is my mosaic. She's got all white tail and a little bit more white on her body. But yeah, just don't be discouraged if they are crabbing. It does happen. I was hoping they would be a little more, well, Luna's never a crab, but Stella gets very crabby when I bother her when she's just gone to sleep. But they're not being very crabby today. So, but this is just what I do. I get them out while I'm hanging out, watching my videos in the morning, and just kind of let them hear my voice and get used to my smell. And that's why these zippered bonding pouches are so great. So you can close it up and not have to worry about them exploring. Although they really don't try to go far. But if there's like a loud noise or something, like last night, my fiance was holding the bag on his chest and sitting here. And I brought in a couple Amazon packages and I accidentally dropped one on the floor. And it made like this loud noise on the floor. And Luna flew straight out of the bag, jumped off of my fiance's shoulder, launched herself into the wall and onto the floor. So you do have to be careful with the bag being open like that if you're hanging out. Make sure there's nothing that can hurt them. So if you're not comfortable with that, just get yourself one of these zippered bonding pouches. Now you can't leave this pouch in the cage with them. It's just got too many pieces that they can get caught up or injured on when you're not around. However, these are great for bringing them around with you during the day and getting them more used to you, your sound, your voice, your smell, moving around, just doing things. This is the quickest way to bond with the gliders without even having to touch them. Once they get more used to you being around and having them in this, it's much easier to bond with them. Much, much easier. And switching them into that bag can be kind of difficult if you have just gotten your gliders, but I can try and show you guys how to do that. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so you get your gliders out of the cage. That's why these clippies are nice. They have the opening so you can just take it right off the bars. Teddy, he loves all the babies. He's such a good boy. All right, so I would recommend opening your zippered bag. Go lay down. Go on. Good boy. I'll show you the babies later. You always get to see them. All right. So I get the bag out. Depending on the bag, this is easier or harder to do. But this one is nice and big. So I find if you roll the sides of that bag down, if you do have crabby gliders, watch your fingers because they might try to nibble them when they come by. So once you get it rolled down, you're just going to kind of put your hand underneath and kind of push her butt out. And sometimes they're stubborn about it. And they're like, I don't really know if I want to go in there right now. But they usually do all right. Same with little Stella here. We're just gonna, usually if Sissy goes in or one of the other gliders go in, the rest will follow suit. There we go. See, and I didn't even really have to touch them there. So then the other thing you have to be very careful of when you get them in these bags, see, she wants to hang out at the top. But these guys are calm. If you got gliders that aren't so calm, you could just put that bag over here so that they couldn't get out until they get down to the bottom. Don't squish them, just gently. But see how they're both in the bottom now. So you're gonna make sure they don't, no tails, no toes anywhere near that zipper when you zip that up. Nice and slow. I like to put my finger on the inside of that zipper just to make sure my finger touches anything that might get caught in there before the zipper does. Now your gliders are safe and secure in your bonding pouch. You can take them with you for the day. So, and then when you want to put them back in their other bag, same kind of process. These bags are a little harder to flip inside out like these ones, but they're usually pretty happy to get back into their cage. And if you just have this hanging in the cage when you get back home and then offer them the bag that's in the cage, they're going to be happy to go right back in there most of the time. So that's how I would recommend doing the transition back. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys some bonding tips when you first get your babies. I got these guys Friday, so I've had them for 6 days now. They're gonna come with me to work today. I had to go clean for a couple hours, and luckily with my job, since I'm my own boss, I can bring them with me whenever I want. So we're gonna go clean a house and have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. It's supposed to be so nice out. We're in the middle of moving right now. We should be all moved over to our new place by next week, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Little Luna says, have a good day. Little Stella is being shy baby down there. So, all right, have a good day, guys. I was editing the video and realized I didn't mention if you take your gliders with you in their bonding pouch out and about, and you need to keep food and water with them, obviously, all you need is an apple slice. An apple slice will provide them with enough hydration, provides them with food, and they do like them quite a bit. So I just wanted to interject and say that that's what you need to do. If you're going to take your gliders out of the house, you have to give them an apple slice or something along those lines. I just find apple slices to be easiest and cleanest because, like, I've tried to give them blueberries and stuff before, but then the blueberry skins get all over the bag. Apple slice stays nice and tidy, and it gives them plenty of food for several hours. I've kept them with me for up to 8 hours before with a couple apple slices in the bag, and they do just fine. Did you want to come out and say hello? You're such a brave girl. Pretty lady. Pretty little Luna. And you want to go back in your bag? No?